Dear viewers, welcome to the official YouTube channel of Milestone English Academy. Today, we shall discuss our 10th class poem Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Robert Lee Frost was an American poet. He is known for his realistic depictions of rural life. He is the only poet to receive 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. His work was initially published in England before it was published in the United States. The poem deals with the theme that some human emotions are destructive, the world will be destroyed someday, and there will be 2 reasons for its destruction: fire and ice. Fire symbolizes greed, and ice symbolizes coldness in relations and hate. Greed and hate are the greatest enemies of humanity. We should never adopt them. Now let's read the poem. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Let's have a look at the short summary of the poem. In this poem, the poet refers to 2 predictions of how the world will end. Some say it will end in fire, and others say it will end in ice. Here, fire stands for desire, greed, or lust. The more you satisfy them, the more they grow. There is no end to it. They spread like fire and engulf your whole life. One becomes selfish and sometimes cruel also. On the other hand, ice stands for hatred, coldness, and rigidity. One becomes insensitive and indifferent towards the feelings of others. The poet says that both fire and ice are growing at such a speed that soon the world will perish either way, in fire or in ice. Let's discuss some poetic devices used in the poem. The rhyme scheme of the poem is A B A A A B A B A. The poem has alliteration. It is the occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of closely connected words. For example, some say world will, some say favor fire, if it. Next poetic device is assonance. It is the repetition of vowel sounds in the same line. For example, I hold with those who favor fire. Next is anaphora. It is the repetition of a word or phrase at the beginning of successive clauses. For example, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. The next device used is enjambment. It is the continuation of a sentence without a pause beyond the end of a line, couplet, or stanza. Example is, some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. Let's see some other poetic devices in the poem. Metaphor. It is a figure of speech in which a word or phrase is applied to an object or action to which it is not literally applicable. For example, Fire here depicts desire and greed, and ice depicts hatred and coldness in relations. Next is symbolism. The poem Fire and Ice is symbolic as it does not talk about the scientific assumptions but rather psychological reasons which would lead to the destruction of the world. Here, fire means greed, which makes man inhuman. On the other hand, ice means hatred, which makes a person enemy of the other. Thanks for watching. Subscribe the channel for more videos on various topics.